world. The bee has not lost his sting, and the butterfly still has his wing.
It is now 1973, and Ali is at a crossroads. He is 31 years old, middle-aged for a boxer. Ali's magic has always been quickness and speed, the province of youth. But Father Time has slowed his step, his jab, and even his tongue. Ali will have to reinvent himself to regain his dominance and his title.
When Ali came back from his retirement, he discovered something. He no longer had the reflexes, he no longer had the speed to avoid punches, but he discovered something else. Those punches didn't hurt him. So now his stamina, his conditioning, and the fact that he could take these great shots to the chin made him a different kind of champion, a battling kind of champion rather than a running kind of champion. Those were the years when Ali really had to fight for everything he had, from round 10 to round 15. In those days, there were 15-round fights. That was Ali's alley. That's where he wanted to fight.
Like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I must be the greatest.
It is 1973, 6 years and 2 defeats since Ali owned the title. There is much speculation that his glory days are past. Still, there is only one opinion that counts in this matter, and Muhammad Ali knows in his heart that it is his title and his destiny to recapture the heavyweight championship of the world. A rematch with Joe Frazier becomes his obsession, but first, he has another score to settle. Ali wants to take on the man who broke his jaw, Ken Norton.
And we were sitting there one day, and Herbert was negotiating for another fight, and Ali kept saying, "No, get me Norton. I want Norton." No, he said, "Well, we got a big purse, we got this." He said, "No, I want Norton. Just get me Norton. I don't want nobody but Norton." I remember him saying that vividly. Norton, just get me Norton.
The man said, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." I said he was okay till he met me.
Kenny Norton's style with Ali was very different because he had learned some Archimedes style of fighting, which was like this. And anytime a fighter come in like this on you, it's hard to hit him with either punch. It's hard to hit him with a hook, it's hard to hit him with an uppercut, and it's very hard to hit him with a straight jab. So Kenny had mixed a lot of that style with his style, and it gave Ali a lot of trouble. Ali couldn't get a good, clean punch on Kenny Norton because of that Archimedes style.
Here in round 3, Norton in blue is after Ali as he was in their first fight, throwing punches from every angle. Norton bombing Muhammad Ali. Kenny pouring it on. Ali holds on desperately. There's Drew Bundini Brown, Ali's close friend and trainer. Ali's coming back here in round 3. Both men are pulling out all the stops. They want this one badly. Norton putting on tremendous pressure.
Now, Norton, after having beaten him in the first fight, in the second fight, he decided he was going to fight like Joe Frazier. So he wasted 4 rounds before I could get him on the track. 4 rounds trying to beat Joe Frazier instead of Ken Norton.
Here in the 11th, both Ali and Norton are shooting the works. Powerful, searing punches. punches shot out by both men. What a sensational fight. Norton ripping in body shots. The men touch gloves for the 12th and final round of this truly sensational rematch. Ali boxing smartly. A beautiful combination by Muhammad Ali. Ali now definitely the stronger of the two. He sends in ripping combinations. Norton isn't giving up. He's fought a magnificent fight, but it seems that Ali has the momentum. No one thought Ali could get into such brilliant condition to go 12 rounds at this breakneck pace. It's a big Ali round. Ali tying up Ken Norton. There's the final bell ending this great rematch.
The decision was close, but unanimous. Ali defeats Norton and settles the score.
Now, I'm not going to show you all of my great talent, because when I retire from the ring, I want the people to be shocked, but I don't want them to know how great I am. So I'm going to give you just a little teasers. And this is one of the old great tunes in America, which all black people dance to, and it may have gotten to your countries back in the 40s or 30s. It's called the Boogie Woogie. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, we heard.
And it goes like this. Just a little teaser there.
We were just about ready to close the fight with Frazier, the champion, except that Frazier had to fight this fight against this really raw, inexperienced fighter who had no skills, good punch, but very ponderous, that Frazier was going to take out in a round or two. And they did the fight in Jamaica. And the opponent, of course, was George Foreman, who knocked Frazier cold and became the champion.
Frazier's being battered in Foreman's corner. Joe's about to go down. He does. Goes down 4 times. There goes Joe down again. Joe is down for the 6th time.
Oh, good right hand, the left-hand side of the face of Norton. Norton is a bit stunned as Foreman is teeing off. His legs are rubbery as the left hand goes to the side of his head. A right uppercut, a left jab, and a vicious left sends Norton crumbling to the canvas.
Ali fulfills a long-time dream by buying a training camp in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania.
There's all these rock, Marciano Rock over here. We have a Joe Louis Rock. Entering, you see a Jack Dempsey Rock. All natural, good, cold, clear well water. Can't get this in the city. Oh, boy, a big pot of raw spinach. That's for real, all right. Where's my hot pepper? Big old juicy steak.
While eating and good times are abundant at Deer Lake, this is a training camp, and training for fights is the reason Ali comes here. In January of '74, Ali beats Joe Frazier in a rematch to force the inevitable fight, the fight for Ali to regain the title that he hasn't owned for 7 years. Ali will fight George Foreman for the heavyweight championship of the world.
10.
It seemed like at different stages of Ali's career, there was always a Sonny Liston standing in his path, except that he was reincarnated with a new name, but it was always the same leer, the same grimace, the same bulging biceps. George Foreman, again, was a guy that people thought would be champion forever.
But you would go on, even if you would lose there?
Beg your pardon?
You would continue boxing even if you would lose over there?
I beg your pardon?
You got to remember that at the time, George Foreman was viewed like Sonny Liston 10 times over. I mean, he had just decapitated Joe Frazier, and he was maiming people in the ring. This man, George Foreman, was awesome.
I honestly thought Foreman would hurt him. I was in awe of Foreman's power and strength. I'd seen him knock that bag off the wall. I'd seen him beat Joe Frazier under to death. So I wasn't concerned about the victory, the title, and no, I was just concerned about his physical well-being. I didn't want him to get hurt.
King comes on the scene. He had never promoted much of anything, and he offers Ali and Foreman $5 million apiece to fight.
There was a gentleman by the name of Fred Weimer who had been calling me over the last 2 or 3 weeks, indicating that he represented the government of Zaire, that he was involved in putting several projects, industrial and mining projects, into Zaire, and that Zaire was interested in putting a major fight in Zaire.
My brothers, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, we are happy to see you among us.
And the object of them putting a major fight, especially this fight in Zaire, was because at that time in history, the president for life, Mobutu Sese Seko, was fighting to become the main player in the Organization of African Unity. And his opposition in that was Idi Amin.
We are the champion and the #1 contender, so I'm pretty sure that it'll be a fight from the first bell to the ending bell. I predict that you'll be seeing a good fight.
Last night, I had a dream. When I got to Africa, I had one hell of a rumble. I had to beat Tarzan's behind first for claiming to be the king in the jungle. For this fight, I've wrestled with alligators. I've tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning and put thunder in jail. You know I'm bad. I have murdered a rock. I injured a stone, and I hospitalized a brick. I'm so bad I make medicine sick. I'm so fast, man, I can run through a hurricane and don't get wet. When George Foreman meets me, he'll pay his debt. I can drown a drink of water and kill a dead tree. Wait till you see Muhammad Ali.